Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Richie Cam, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Under Armour or Curry brand 305. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell notification button so you never miss a video just like this. Anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the 305 features like this squiggly line traction pattern that's throughout the whole entire outsole, and there are some lines that cut across. I think these are just like flex points in the forefoot and the heel. And overall, you know, this traction I would say is pretty good. If you are playing on your cleaner courts, you really aren't going to have any problems. If you are playing on dustier courts though, you will want to wipe because dust does get stuck in here. And as you can see, like this outsole right now, like all this black stuff is dust and you can't really get to it. So just, you know, make sure you maintain the wipes if you are playing on those dustier courts, and you should be good. You may end up sliding to a stop here and there, but that was very rare for me. So yeah, overall the traction on here is pretty solid. So moving on to the cushion, the 305 features a full-length Micro G midsole, and this is like the Micro G from, you know, the older Under Armour shoes. This is a pretty nice Micro G. You have a thicker chunk of Micro G in the heel, and then as it goes towards the forefoot, you know, it does thin out. But in the heel, you have pretty good impact protection. You also get a slight bounce out of this cushion setup as well. And then up in the forefoot, you know, you're pretty much getting more responsiveness over that impact protection, but that's to be expected, especially out of like, you know, a Curry shoe. But yeah, you know, the Micro G in here is really nice. Better than some implementations and then worse than others. But overall, at this price point, I am perfectly satisfied with how they did the Micro G in this shoe. This is a relatively cheap shoe, and the Micro G in here feels pretty good. So moving on to the materials, the 305 features a primarily mesh upper, and you know, for the price point, I would say that this mesh is pretty nice. It is a little bit on the thicker side in my opinion. And then, you know, on top of the mesh, you do have some other overlays like this fuse overlay on the toe box area right here. And then you do also have this, I guess like this synthetic leather panel that runs across the lateral side of the shoe, which, you know, looks very, very similar to the Curry 8, which makes sense because this is kind of, you know, based off that shoe. You also have that synthetic leather panel wrapping around the back part of the shoe, and it comes onto the medial side as well. And you do also have that same synthetic leather panel on the medial side of the shoe where the lace loops go over on this side. Moving to the tongue, you do have like an open-aired mesh tongue with some padding. You know, it's not too much, not too little. It gets the job done just fine. So overall, you know, the materials on the shoe, especially for the price, you know, I really can't complain. They get the job done in terms of the performance. So yeah, materials are pretty good. So moving on to the fit, I went true to size. I'm a slightly wide footer, and I felt perfectly fine in the shoe. You know, I didn't have any pressure in the forefoot area or anything like that. The fit was really, really good. If you guys have really wide feet, you may want to go up a half size because, you know, it probably will get a little tight, but as a slightly wide footer, I was fine going true to size. If you all have, you know, regular feet or narrow feet, I think going true to size is your best bet as well. There is a little bit of bubbling up in the toe box area, but not too much where, you know, it's annoying or anything like that. You know, everywhere else, the materials lie very nicely over your feet. There's some, you know, minimal padding in the back, but that didn't really affect me. The fit just overall was pretty good, pretty solid, and, you know, pretty much what you would expect out of a Curry shoe. So moving on to the support, I didn't have any issues with the support in the 305. You know, you do have an internal heel counter which helps locks in your heel. Like I said before, you do have some padding in the heel area. It's not too much, but it gets the job done. And I didn't have any heel slippage at all. I didn't have any side-to-side movement on the footbed. You are very contained on this footbed, as I'm pretty sure you sit in part of this midsole right here, as well as this like leather overlay or synthetic leather overlay on the lateral side. Just helps you make sure that you are staying on that footbed. And then as far as those lateral movements go, I never had any feeling of instability. You do have a fairly wide base, and this midsole itself does act as an outrigger, so you are covered on those movements. And I'm not sure if there's like a midfoot shank plate in here, but as far as torsional rigidity and stability goes, you are pretty covered. This is pretty stiff, so yeah, overall, you know, the support in here is good. You know, I didn't have any issues with the support. And honestly, I would hope that there aren't any support issues in a Curry shoe because, you know, Steph does have bad ankles. So yeah, support in 305 was good. The 305 retails for $80, and for $80, I would definitely say this is a solid pickup. You know, I really can't complain about this shoe. Other than, you know, maybe the traction on the dustier courts can get a little iffy just because you can slide to a stop. But, you know, outside of that, everything is really, really good, especially for the price point. If you are balling on a budget, I would highly recommend you all pick up a pair of these. I don't think you'll be disappointed. You know, as far as like the outdoor durability goes, I would say that it's probably not going to be the best because the traction on here is fairly soft. And I just don't think it'll last on outdoor courts. But if you are playing with these strictly indoors, I think these will last you a very long time. And yeah, like I said, the performance of these shoes is really, really good. And just that price point is it's so cheap compared to anything else that's like out on the market right now. So the dollar value for the performance you get out of this shoe is really, really amazing. If you all want to pick up a pair of these, I don't think you'll be disappointed. That's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below and smash that notification button so you never miss another video like this. Also, hit that thumbs up button for me as it really does help me out. Check out this video on my left, check out this video on my right, and that's pretty much it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.